Hey guys, Qui-Gon Jake here, and welcome to a new series that I'll be doing here on my channel. This won't be replacing A War Without Winners, but this is going to be just a different type of a playthrough. Whereas A War Without Winners, very action, fast-paced, this series is going to be a lot more laid back and relaxed. And we're just going to see how this goes. This might work, this might not, but that's okay. That's part of the point of trying this. This is Dorfromantik. And Dorfromantik is, I'm trying to find ways to describe this game. It's like a very casual and laid-back city builder with which you have a bunch of tiles that you get in a stack, and you can create these massive, beautiful landscapes where the map is just dotted with fields and forests, towns, rivers, lakes, even railroad tracks. And so the focus of this playthrough, and it won't just be Dorfromantik, my thought process is to kind of cycle the kind of more relaxing games that I have that aren't really as stressful or as editing intensive, so that I can produce these ones on a more regular basis if for whatever reason I'm lacking behind on A War Without Winners, because there does tend to be a lot more editing that is required. But this game is very beautiful and very chill, and so I'm really hopeful to get this one started and just see how it goes. Maybe next week I'll do Tank Mechanic Simulator. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into Dorfromantik. So this is where we are, and we have hexagon tiles, and you're just basically building your own little world. And in this game, it looks like you get bonuses for adding tiles that have the similar types. For example, extra towns, or ones with extra trees. And I can rotate the train tracks to be on whatever side that I want. So, and when I do that, I get 45 tiles left. So that's how it works, in part. Let me modify the sound first, so that's not quite drowning me out. And I'm gonna go like that. Little train road. And I would say this is kind of similar to the way that Mr. Rogers described drawing, where he's like, I'm not very good at it, but that's okay. This is really a relaxing game, and that's what I'm planning on just trying to see what comes of it, if people enjoy watching a more relaxed stream, or not stream, or a more relaxed playthrough. As fun as the Civil War series has been, and I'm glad that you guys have enjoyed it so much too, and I appreciate all the support and encouragement. I've been putting a lot of effort into it, and I'm really glad that you guys are enjoying it. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. And we'll get that railroad quest fulfilled as well. One of the nice things I love about this game is the soundtrack. It is very relaxing, and I really do like it. You can really just create. Now there are like 55 tiles that I have left in my stack, and the more like a little yellow train. Hello little train, choo choo. Now I don't think what I'll end up doing, unless people really like watching me play this game, which that's possible, but if in the case that playing this is something that is fun, I might do like special one-off day specials of a different game other than A War Without Winners. We'll see. We'll see. I like making little oceans. Not there. Perfect. Put you there. So yeah, the point of this is to be playing more of a more relaxed game and just to see how that feels and how it goes. Because yeah, not gonna lie, life's been coming at me really hard recently, and I've been going to therapy and seeing a specialist, and it's tough. Therapy is not easy. It is not for the faint of heart, but it is absolutely worth it. Ooh, that's a great spot. That's perfect. Oh my gosh, just like that too. Oh, I love that. I love it when it works out like that. All right, back to what was. Let's see, 75. Sure. Now you're not gonna get that big. Trees. That's a fair amount of trees, but I'm worried that I don't currently have enough space for it. I don't want to go there, and I don't want to go there. I'll do that. So that we can do that. Yep, perfect. And then this piece can go here. Yeah, one thing in life that they never prepare you for is all the stuff that happened to you before you're old enough to understand what's happening to you. And there are a lot of very horrible people in this world, and sometimes bad things happen to people who, no fault of their own, did not deserve what happened to them. And one of the nice things about therapy is being able to take those horrific experiences and moving past that kind of stuff and healing from it, instead of letting it just drag you down. And what happens a lot in life is that people who have suffered abuse from those who knew better, is that they will revisit that same abuse onto others, onto their own family or offspring or what have you, kind of a thing. And to actually be the one who breaks the mold of that is something really powerful. And it's something I've had to really work on. Oh, I shouldn't put this piece here, but I'm going to anyway because it matches up. No, I don't want to put that piece there. Don't pick that piece here. Sure, we'll fulfill that quest then too. And that quest. Yeah, therapy for me has been something that I've been doing for a while, and I don't usually talk about it because not everybody wants to even really know about it, kind of a thing. I initially was raised in a mindset that mental health wasn't a real thing, that it was very much of a just be happy, which, surprise, surprise, that's not how it works. It's not like you walk up, it's not like you say to a person with a broken leg, oh, just walk it off, you'll feel better. Or, yeah, just don't touch her. If your leg hurts, just don't touch it. And it's like, oh wow, that solved the problem. I am very grateful that from growing up in that mindset or that kind of way of thinking, that especially my family they've changed so much and they've grown as individuals, and I'm so thankful for my family. I don't think I really ever say that enough to them. If you guys, any of you guys are watching this, I know I don't say this enough, but thank you so much for all of your support and understanding. I've been seeing therapy now for, oh gosh, like 8, 9, 10 years, and it's been one of the best things that I've ever done. And it's made such a huge change in my world, but it would not be nearly as successful if I didn't have the constant love and support from my family. And my friends too. A lot of them have, I often don't know what or how to communicate just how grateful I am for all the encouragement and support, especially on days when I don't even feel like getting out of bed, kind of a thing. Because mental health, depression's real, and it can be a real challenge a lot of the time. Ooh, nice big Ben tower. Yeah, let's go there. I'm glad also that as a society we're slowly realizing that mental health is not just just don't feel sad then, and that we're actually taking mental health more seriously as a society. Where I recently saw an ad from MLB where a bunch of baseball players are talking about how it's okay if you're feeling really down to get help. If you're not doing well emotionally, see a therapist, get help. Instead of before where it would be just stop it, get some help. That kind of very almost more dehumanizing kind of an approach to mental health. And toxic masculinity, toxic femininity, words of just, real men don't cry. And how and pardon my language, how much utter bullshit that is. Humans cry, real humans cry. It's okay to feel emotion. And I'm still working on that part myself, because that kind of initial way of being raised with it's just hard to shake sometimes, but I have made a lot of progress on that. No, put that there. Sure. Put you there. I need 31 more houses to make that one work, so we're gonna come back to that one. Yeah, that's a good spot. Let's see, river. I need to get this river closed. Sure, we'll go there. Alright, do I have anywhere that needs railroad tracks? Not yet. Not a fan of any of these options. We'll do that one though. Only want 5, Well, that sucks because I don't really have any spots that have just 5. Oh, look. It's a little heart. I don't care that that's going to ruin that, and that's still pretty. See, that's another thing that going through therapy has been able to teach me, is to celebrate all the tiny victories. It doesn't matter how small, they are victories to be celebrated and to cheer. And how, younger me would just ridicule that notion of just like, oh come on, if you're not perfect, then what's the point of even trying? And lo and behold, imagine my surprise when it's only after celebrating the tiny victories and learning to cherish every small step that suddenly you look back on how much progress you have made and you go, wow, I did that. And it wasn't because I guilted or shamed myself into being a stronger, better, faster, perfect person, but it was by taking it one small step at a time is what got me to where I needed to go, where I wanted to go. And it's very, it's empowering like like nothing else ever could be. Alright, that's gonna be a really tough intersection to cross. I could go there, but it also would work better here. Yeah, we'll do that for now. Let's see. Do I have another spot of water? Yeah, we'll go there. And then, do I have another tree? Not really. There we go. Oh, perfect. Look at that. That'd be a very fun train track ride. Ah, jeez. Do I have another spot for this? We'll go there. We'll go there, and then you can go there. Boom. I have no idea how long this episode is going to be, by the by, so we're just kind of winging it as the crow flies, and just going with that. Boom. There we go. Alright, they want me to finish that branch. Okay. Yeah, actually, the idea to even do this was thrown to me by one of my friends who watches the streams that I've done, and has kind of always been one of my biggest supporters for these videos and for making them. And I am grateful for your support on that too, my man. Like I keep saying, it means a lot to me, all the support and encouragement. Let's see, where do I want this one to go? This is a very odd piece. Just 3 houses in a row. You guys live here, how about that? Sweet. Every time I get one of those perfects, that's an extra tile too. So, it doesn't have to even... Perfect is a bit of an... what's the word? Perfection is overrated. As it were. Do I have one with this? I do. Perfect. Oh, see, I said the perfect word. Arrgh. Alright, water and rail. Sure, we can go there. Look at all these weak tiles. Spot that I can put this. Kind of. There we go, that works. So where can I stick this guy? Right there's fine. I feel like I've seen the exact spot. Yeah, that works right there. That works. So I need... There we go. That gets that flag down. 5 more bricks for me. I'm gonna put you right there. That'll finish this flower. There. Put you there. I don't know if that's even relevant at all, but I wanted to do it because it looked pretty. So more houses here. We need 9 more. Sweet, another town. A recent YouTube channel that I started watching, or that I found, is because I'm not sure if you guys have heard about the presidents playing, like, you know, the AI voices for like the current and past U.S. presidents. There's the very how do I put this? Very verbally aggressive, how most people see politicians, I think, is probably the best way of phrasing it. Channel, I think that I've seen, and it's very funny to watch, but it is absolutely very full of vulgarity. There's no kidding around that. But I saw another channel that does the same thing, but in this one, all the presidents are very supportive of each other, but still they still will take an occasional jab at each other, but it's not nearly as profuse as the other one that I watch. That's got, I think, a lot more views too. But there's something to be said for a wholesome, like, hey, yeah, we're all on the same team here, guys. We may disagree, but you know, that doesn't mean we can't be friends. Just something different. It kind of was very, again, it's very wholesome, like, oh, wow, I like this. I wish there were more things like this. Let's see. I need to rotate my camera. There we go. Nice little woods. Boom, 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 boom. You know, one thing put you there. Especially, I think, and I think this is something that as people get older and when you get married and you have kids, your view on things like vulgarity, I would imagine, changes. Whereas before, it's not something that's a huge deal to you. It's you know, especially the stereotypical, it's really cool to cuss kind of a thing because it's taboo, is something that I think appeals to a lot of teenagers and young adults. But when you have kids, you suddenly have, and I don't have kids, so I need to make sure that I make that disclaimer, that it's not like I'm an expert, but I have to imagine that there is some change in how you view family-friendly content, kind of stuff like that. And that's why I really have tried to make my channel as family-friendly as possible, saving explicitives for very specific times when it's relevant, or when I really need it to prove a point, like how toxic masculinity is a very horrible plague that affects our society. But yeah, I think there's something to be said for the family unit. I know, and like I said, my family unit has been my biggest cheerleader from when I started really working hard on therapy. They've had my back every step of the way. Let's see, let's put you here. Yeah, and as I am moved through life, I just recently celebrated my 29th birthday. I don't feel physically older, but there is part of me that has made so much progress, and realizing just how far I've come, that there is some other part of me that has changed, that has gotten older. But I feel like it's I'll try to phrase it. It's not something that I would not want to have aged. I would consider it to be more of it comes with it's a privilege to develop emotionally as a person, especially when horrible things have happened to you in your past, things that you couldn't control. And I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to be overloading personal information to people who may not even really know me, because that's kind of a boundary violation, and I try not to do that. I want to be as concise while also not being again giving out more information than I should or that other people would even want to hear. But again, there's one of the biggest things for me that has kept me going is knowing that my story and my struggles could help inspire and encourage others who are going through similar trials and difficult times. To be that person who's like, I know how it feels to feel like life is never going to get any better, that the best is already come and gone, and it's only downhill from here. Because I've been there. I've been in that dark place of just like, and this the best of my life. How old was I? I was 22 when I had that thought. I was hella depressed, as the saying goes. I was one sad cookie. I really was. And one of the things that keeps me going these days, when I have rough days, because I still do have them, is that I hope that I might be able to reach out to someone else and be the person for them that I wish was there for me. That the pain and suffering that I had to go through in order just, it didn't seem to be, especially at the time, to be of any real, just no reason for it happening, but it did nevertheless. But if I can be the support for someone else who's going through that same struggle, and just to let them know, it's like, hey, no, life is worth it. This is not the best. This is not the end of you. This is only the beginning. And there's so many amazing things in life to experience. Life can be full of joy. Life isn't just entirely, life isn't full of just pure dates and dead people. Life is so much more than that. And life can be so much more than that. And your now is not your forever. Emotions are temporary. This too shall pass. I think if I can be that person for others, it really helps bring a sense of meaning to what I've had to go through in my life, as it doesn't seem like it was all for nothing, because I survived. I made it out from that dark place. if yeah, I'll put you there. Honestly, this episode I went in not really even having a script. Well, not that I have scripts anyway. No, I want to keep that spot for a better piece. Yeah, my episodes don't typically have scripts. I didn't think I'd be talking about mental health. I hope it hasn't scared people away, because it used to be something that, and can still be a hush-hush topic of just like, oh, we don't talk about that. And in a lot of families and situations and settings, that's what it is. It's if we don't talk about it, it doesn't exist. But I say we need to talk about it. How are we supposed to help those who are in the middle of struggling with it? How do we help them get help without, if we don't talk about it, and how this is a real thing? And it's not just something that you fabricate. It's not a selfish bid for attention because people didn't listen to you growing up as a kid. That it's a biological, neurological deficit. There's something biologically, chemically wrong that is making you ill. And I think the more as a society we're able to understand that and get that stigmatism out of not talking about mental health because it wouldn't make the family look good, instead of it being like, no, this is how we actually showcase how strong we are by how we support and love each other when we're going through incredibly hard times in life. Yeah, that's where I want to be. What's the phrase? Not my life work or life goal. That's kind of a big catch-all phrase that I try to be careful when talking about extremes these days. Not a lot of things are ever really black and white, but I completely just lost my train of thought. The train has left the station without me. What was I talking about? I think it was mental health, something with mental health. I'm going to put you here because I'm just running in circles now. Let's see. There's something to do about this episode. See, that's another thing. As I've gotten older, another thing that's changed. Well, this hasn't changed. I've been struggling with that for a while. It's just that short-term memory loss. Oh, man, I am doomed. Ah, jeez. Let's see, do I have rails? Yes, perfect. Put that up there. Do I still have a water passageway that I need to have filled? No, I don't. And then you're done. Excellent. Let's put you here. You there. Excellent. Aha, I was saving this two-piece, I think, for something, wasn't I? I'm gonna put you here. We'll see. Oh, wow, wonderful. Look at that. What do we got? way out there we have a new block. I got right the spot for you, right there. I still didn't get this one filled, so we're gonna put that one there. Wow, sweet, 3 perfects. Down to 10 blocks. Perfect. That's exactly where I wanted that one. I have another one for that, do I? Nope. Put you there then. Put you there. This one right there. Perfect. Like that. 179, 86. There we go. Much better. The most useless railway station leading to the most useless railway station. Oh, jeez. Two of those guys, There we go. One of the things that I've really liked about the Grand Tactician Civil War game, and honestly this actually would be a great way to talk about what I've liked and what I've not liked about the game, just in general. One of the things I definitely liked about it is the level of customization that you can do. Again, the most useless train track ever. Oh man, that's funny. I love love the amount of input that I'm able to throw out there for you guys to respond and to let me know things that you'd like to see or try or do and stuff like that. I've just not found that in any other Civil War game, just straight up. There aren't a ton on the market, mind you, but still, Grand Tactician definitely does have that down in terms of like customizing your Civil War experience. And it definitely has made me miss reenacting days gone by. Definitely one of the things I've struggled with the game recently is the AI pathing for the units is really bad. There's no two ways about it. It just is really bad. It's got a long ways to go, especially when you compare it to games like, say, Ultimate General Civil War. Now, to be fair, Ultimate General Civil War is like Sid Meier's Gettysburg on max hard difficulty. That game is tough. It takes no prisoners, literally. Oh man, I recently played it again for like the first time in a long while. I was just taken aback by how challenging it was. I was like, holy cow, this thing's really difficult. Let's see, can I extend this? I can. Haha. Just a few more blocks. We should be done relatively soon. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm gonna try and do, and see how this format goes. If it's something that people don't care for as much, that's totally fine. I don't have to keep doing this. But if people do like it, then wonderful. But it's something that I hope might be helpful, at least for some people, in terms of just like, even if it's a small outreach program, it's just like, hey, you know, if you get help, if you need help, get it, because you deserve to feel better, to not feel like crap. No one deserves to feel like that. Oh, I wanted to put that one there. Mental health is a real thing. Oh, that's my score. That was fun. Look at this nice little continent that we made. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. Hope I gave you something to think about. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes, and if I really did enjoy playing this game. It was a very much more laid back compared to the Civil War stuff that I normally do. But until we meet again, this is Qui-Gon Jake, hoping you have a great rest of your evening. Take care, and I'll catch you next time.